In 1848, a man had an iron rod blasted completely through his skull. He didn't just survive it. He stood up and spoke minutes later. But the man who stood up wasn't the same man anymore. His name was Phineas Gage, 25 years old, a foreman on the Rutland and Burlington Railroad in Vermont. Calm, reliable, well-liked by his crew. His job that day was ordinary: pack explosive powder into a hole drilled into solid rock, using a 3-foot iron rod called a tamping iron. At 4:30 in the afternoon, Gage was distracted for just a moment. The iron rod struck rock, created a spark, and ignited the powder early. The explosion sent the 3-foot rod over an inch thick, rocketing upward. It entered under his left cheekbone. It exited through the top of his skull. It landed nearly 25 meters away, covered in blood and brain tissue. By every expectation, Phineas Gage should have died instantly. Instead, minutes later, he was sitting upright, talking. He was taken by ox cart into town, sitting up the entire ride. When the doctor arrived, Gage reportedly said, "Doctor, here is business enough for you." Against all odds, his body recovered. The wound healed. Within months, Gage was physically fine. He could walk, talk, and function normally. Doctors called it a medical miracle. But something else had changed, something no one could see with their eyes. The rod had destroyed a large part of his frontal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and personality. The calm, reliable foreman his crew once knew was gone. He became impulsive, irritable, prone to outbursts of profanity. He couldn't hold a steady job. His friends said he was, in their words, no longer Gage. At the time, doctors believed personality was fixed, a fact of the soul, unrelated to the physical brain. Gage's case shattered that belief. For the first time, there was undeniable proof. Damage a specific part of the brain, and you can change who a person is. This single accident helped lay the foundation for modern neuroscience, how we understand memory, decision-making, and personality today. Phineas Gage lived for another 12 years after the accident. His skull and the rod that went through it are preserved today at Harvard Medical School, a permanent reminder of how one moment and 3 feet of iron rewrote our understanding of the human mind. If stories like this fascinate you, subscribe. Every week we dig into the strangest true stories medicine has ever recorded.